Today I want to show you how to manage shares and users on your NAS using Webmin. Let's go into the interface. The first thing we want to do is to refresh the modules because it will make your Samba module appear under the server section. You have to do it only once. So now you've got this appearing here. And at the moment we've got only one user and we're going to create a new one. We're also going to create a new public share for all users. And the first thing we want to do here is to synchronize the Linux users and the Samba users. For some reason they're different things. The good news is if you use Webmin to do this, is that they will be synchronized every time you delete a user or create a new user, so which is really handy. Restart the Samba servers just to make sure. Okay. And now what we're going to do is to create a public share for all the users. So we're going to create a new file share that we're going to call public. And it will be located in the home folder under the public folder. And what we want to do is to have this automatically created in the file system. So we need the owner to be root, which is fine. We need to change this, otherwise the group won't be able to make any change. So it has to be 775, and the group will be users. Users is here. Select is going to be available and browsable, yes. So create. But you see at the moment it's only showing as read only, so we want to change this and make it writable. We don't want to change anything else here. The file permissions should be set to 775 and 775 as well. Save. That's it for this section. So we return to the share list. So now we get public pointing to home public, and it's read write for all non-users. Let's just restart Samba. And now we go into the system, users and groups. And you see there's only one user at the moment, which is me. And we're going to create a new one. Create a new user. We're going to call this user test user. We'll name test user. We don't need to change the home directory. We do want to create a password, so I'm just going to use the word password. A shell. I'm going to use the most common one, which is bin bash. Where are you, bin bash? Bin bash. We don't change anything in the password section here. It will be part of the users group by default. Create home directory, yes. Copy template. Oh, here is really important. Create user in other modules. So that's why it's going to create the user in the Samba directory. I think I got everything right. Yes. Create. So now you get this new user here. And if you go into the file system, in the tools, in file manager, and you see that in the home folder there's this new folder which is the test user. That's the home folder of the test user, but we also have the public folder that we created when we created the share, and it's got 775, and I'm going to show you why it's important that it has to be 775, because if we change the permission, if we do 755, which is the default one, then the users in the group won't be able to make any change to the folder or the files. But if it's 775, then the users group will be able to make changes. See this folder public, the owner is root and the group is users. So this is exactly what we want. So that's good, and we can go back to Samba. Now we should see our test user, the Samba user list. And it's got the same password that we created in the Linux user creation. And this is it really for the server part. I'm just going to start Samba again just to make sure. And now when I'm going to access my Debian box, it's going to ask me for a password, which I'm going to test user, and I'm going to use the password. I should save this for future use. And here it is. So this is your public folder, and I can create new things. It's fine. New text document. You can write things, save, and it's perfect. But we don't necessarily want to see those two, the homes and the test user, unless you want them to. So the way you fix this is to go back here in the home section, and you make it non-browsable, no and no. Save. And we need to restart Samba again. Now if I go back to my folder and I refresh this, there's only the public folder. And this is basically how you create a public folder for your whole family at home with the same username. Obviously, if you want to have different rights for different folders, it's more complicated. But just for the purpose of having a common shared folder for the whole family at home, I think this is just exactly what you need. I hope you like this, and see you for the next section. Thanks!